We're back. It's Red Butler, and this is the Pretty Left Hook. Still here at the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame 2021 with yet another inductee, Miss Carol MYER. Carol, congratulations first and foremost. How does it feel to be part of this new class?
It is so exciting. It is just so exciting. And I try to relax because I know these are all my friends, and I want to have some fun.
Absolutely. You come into this new class as a very unique individual, as a historian and archivalist. Talk to me a little bit about being able to affect boxing in this way, chronicling it, especially from the Floridian perspective.
Well, I think the most important thing for me is to keep the history of boxing alive. That's my big goal, and that's what I strive to do.
Very awesome. What drew you to the sport of boxing?
Life, I guess. Boxing found me when I needed it most. And it's just a wonderful group of people who are very caring, and it follows the history. If you think about it and study the history of boxing, you know, generally there were people that needed to work in some way, and this was one of their ways that they could survive.
Absolutely. You know, for the state of Florida specifically, you created the Summary of World Championship Bouts held in the state of Florida, and that's still a living document.
Yes,
talk about compiling this information. How long did it take? And, you know, the way that you're continuing to grow it today.
Well, Hank and I worked on that, and it took a long time. We started out having more information on that. We tried to do you know, what the gate was, how much money was, and some of the information was so conflicting that we reduced it down to, you know, the minimal, and it took a long time, and it's difficult. I try to find the information, and then I try to talk to people and make sure. I've had situations where I've seen a belt handed out on TV or whatever at the fights, and then when I call and check up on it, I find that, well, maybe they didn't pay the sanctioning fee, so maybe it's not really a championship bout. So it's quite interesting to catch those things so that we don't put down the wrong information.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds very, very tedious and time consuming, and we need that. So we all have the accurate information as history unrolls. Also, you're a member of the advisory board for the Boxing Hall of Fame in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Talk about a little bit about your time there, and kind of playing a dual role of preserving Florida's boxing history and also maintaining what we have going on in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, the Vegas thing is fun, and we vote every year on, you know, the inductees, and it's very interesting because we don't only do the new fighters. You know, we're working with fighters from years and years ago. So, you know, doing the research and trying to decide, you know, what's the most important, and it's a challenging feat.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can we also talk about your time now at the International Boxing Research Organization? What's that like? What do you do? And also, how's that enriching overall the sport of boxing?
Oh, IBRO is absolutely amazing, amazing. We have about 200 members, and what happens is, wow, I actually run the inquiry desk. So the emails come in to me, and I forward them to our members. As a matter of fact, I try to go in. I mean, I work another job, so I don't have a whole lot of time. I go in every day at least and see if there are any inquiries and pass them on. But on the weekends, I try to do it a few times because sometimes I can catch it. Last weekend, I caught somebody had just put something on like 5 minutes before. So I took that information and transferred it to our members. And within about 5 minutes, one of the members responded and sent an email back to this person. And they immediately, you know, came back to me and said, you know, I can't believe it. You know, I've been looking. A lot of them are relatives of people who have boxed, you know, maybe a grandfather or an uncle, or, you know, they've heard these stories and they've searched and searched. They have nothing. They have no pictures. They have nothing. And I'll put that out there, and someone will come back and they'll have, they'll have paper clippings from the newspapers and photos, and the people are just thrilled to be able to have that information, because there's really the general public, they just don't know where to go for the information. But our members are used to researching, and they know where to go and who to call. And it's just very, very, very thrilling to see the responses. Our members are just wonderful about sharing information and sharing their knowledge. If they don't know where to go, they'll go to other people and they'll find out. It's just, it's very, very rewarding. Very, very rewarding.
I can tell, and very detrimental service as well.
I'm sorry, I have to leave now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we want to congratulate you again on your induction, and thank you for all that you do for the sport of boxing.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Take care.